Hello and welcome to the Business Devil. Today we are talking about creative marketing. Is creative marketing still creative? Or did we lose our mojo? Well, creative marketing is a special case. Creative marketing has existed since marketing was invented. We needed to come up with creative ways to attract customers for our products or services. And creative marketing is a style within marketing. So if you look at marketing, you could say marketing is divided in few branches. You have creative side, you have strategic side, you have your analytical side, and that's the main branches of marketing. Well, creative marketing. Is it creative or not? One of the best examples of creative marketing is guerrilla. The guerrilla technique is a marketing technique that is being used very often in recent years and has a major impact. But is it still creative enough? Guerrilla marketing in itself, yes. But some of the elements within guerrilla marketing are not. So, for example, let's take Prime. Everyone knows Prime. It's the new energy drink made by the famous YouTubers KSI and Logan Paul. So if you look at Prime and how they do their marketing, they use a lot of guerrilla marketing stunts. Like for instance, having push-up air bottles of Prime just at the center stage. Another one is, for instance, people wearing the costumes of a Prime bottle and handing out Primes everywhere. That's been done by many companies over recent years. But what they literally ripped off from one of the best creative marketing agencies in the world is the Red Bull ID. Red Bull was famous back in the day for their Mini Coopers with a Red Bull can on top of it. So they took these Liberty Red Bull Mini Coopers, they put a fake can of Red Bull on top of it, and they drove it around like a promo vehicle. Prime did the same. They took vehicles that had a little bit of a pickup value and they put a Prime bottle onto it. So then it begs the question, is creative marketing still creative? Yes and no. So to no is because they rip off the idea. Yes, because some ideas are improved upon. Take for instance, the ideas of Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is a famous fashion brand that has done many, and I mean many, of creative outlet stores. They did creative murals, they did creative designs on the outside of a store, of a shopping complex. This is all guerrilla marketing. But they always try to invent a new thing. They don't use the same strategy in every single branch of them. For instance, if you go to Seoul, you have multiple stores of Louis Vuitton in Seoul. And if you go to the one on Cheongdam, then you have a store that is magnificent. Truly magnificent. You have all of those like mirror-like details on the outside of the store. Inside you put a few elements that talk about their product, but it is still elegant. It has an elegant feel. Why? Because it's the shopping street, the busiest shopping street of all of Seoul. But if you then go to Myeongdong district, you have the Lotte department store, and they have a shop inside of that as well. So if you go there, I was fortunate enough to see it. You had a full display of Louis Vuitton in multiple colors with all of their new designs and all of their new products. It's a totally different style, but why? Because a lot of youngsters actually came to this store, so they tried to appeal to youngsters. They used another technique, another guerrilla marketing stunt, to not be the same in every single store. Another famous one is that they did with the Japanese artist. They put in Tokyo the 3D billboard, which went viral on the internet, with a 3D effect of who are coming out of the suitcases of Louis Vuitton. But if you then go to the Paris store, they put an inflatable artist literally on top of the store. So it's guerrilla marketing, it stays in the same branch, in the same branding of what they were doing, but they took a totally different creative way to gain publicity. And that's creative marketing. Creative marketing is not ripping off ideas from another, it's about being, well, how should I say, being critical. You need to be critical with what you're doing. You can use an idea that has already been used, but you need to make it into a new way, if you get what I mean. For instance, one of these, that is a very good example, can be the 3D billboard. Nike did one way before them, but they did a 3D billboard that created a totally different vibe. That's what creative marketing is all about. You can use ideas from others, but don't copycat the idea. Don't literally rip it off, put your branding on it, and this is my idea. No, that's not creative marketing. So, the essence of this video, is creative marketing still creative or not? It depends on the marketeer that's behind it. Personally, I like to use my own creative brain to come up with new ideas. Or I will look at inspirations like I just said, and use them as a base, but not as the main idea itself. So, creative marketing is in creative mindset of the marketeer that's behind it. And due to a lot of marketeers having low budgets, having cuts in their teams, etc., creative marketing is going downhill. I'm being plain honest about it. We don't have the assets enough. We don't have enough assets, for creative marketing anymore. Only the big brands still have these. And it's a shame, because creative marketing, you don't need much to do creative marketing, but yeah, it's all in employee cost, in how much your creative marketing would cost, etc. I totally get it. My answer to this question is, creative marketing can still apply. Just make sure that you have the right budget and the right people behind the job. Thank you for listening. As for next week, we will talk more in depth about some aspects of marketing you already know, sensory marketing, but how it has been used in creative ways in recent years. Sensory marketing, one of the oldest techniques, can still be used and can still be improved upon. It's also a form of creative marketing. So I hope you enjoyed this little podcast about creative marketing and if it is still creative or not. And I hope you are also critical when you think about creative marketing plans. Thank you and see you next week.